Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this. God help us! Palestinian Prime Minister worried that Trump will win second term. From Washington Examiner. The Prime Minister of the Palestinian Authority is not a fan of the President Trump's foreign policy. Yes, I can see why, because it undermines your political stint in trying to erase Israel from the map. That's what happens. That is what is happening. Because Israel is finally making peace with people who used to support you. It's finally getting recognized, and even after you idiots denied and rejected multiple peace accords that you guys got exactly what you wanted. Part of East Jerusalem, no settlements, and other things. But you said no. You said no, and no. And now you got fucked. Well, nobody's gonna shed a tear for you. Mohammed Shtayyeh blasted Trump on Monday during a virtual appearance with European lawmakers, according to the Times of Israel. He said that Trump's policies in the Middle East have been damaging to Palestinians. Well, you already had a state when Israel was created. It was called Jordan. Apparently you did not want that. Apparently you wanted the whole of Israel. Now you got what you fucking deserved. If you're going to live another 4 years with President Trump, God help us! Oh, and the whole world, Shtayyeh said. Throughout his time in office, Trump has been a strident supporter of Israel and one of the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's most loyal allies. I agree, and one of the reasons why I wholeheartedly support Trump. It was about time that Israel had a break. In one of the Trump's first major foreign policies moves was as president, Jerusalem was recognized by United States as Israel's capital, and the US embassy in Jerusalem was opened in 2018. The decision earned Trump Trump plaudits in Israel, but was angrily received by many Palestinians, some of whom died in violent riots. No. Peaceful civil unrest. Fiery, but peaceful civil unrest. My apologies. I forgot about the Associated Press and CNN and other things guidelines for people to mention those groups. I forgot. Of the embassy's relocation, Trump drew the ire of Palestinians earlier this year when he unveiled a peace plan for the region, which Trump dubbed the deal of the century. The plan calls for a Palestinian state with its capital in East Jerusalem in return for the recognition of major Israeli settlements, but Palestinians thought the plan favored Israeli interests over their own. One of the things that I disagree with the Trump's plan is the capital in East Jerusalem. It should be, what was it that? Ramallah, not East Jerusalem. I'm sorry, but Jerusalem is a Jewish city since times immemorial. So it's wrong to divide it between one state who actually wants the destruction of the another one. In that case, the Palestinians want the destruction of Israel. After the nonsense that we heard today, we say 1,000 no's to the deal of the century, said Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas after Trump's plan was unveiled. We will not kneel and we will not surrender. Dude, you had received everything you wanted back in, 2005 to 2010, the early noughties, more or less, and you guys didn't want it, and now you're crying? I go fuck yourselves. You also even received everything you wanted and more in 1948. And what did you guys do? You attacked Israel. Shataya also blasted the proposed peace deal during his nodding remarks and said that Trump's time in office has been a waste for Palestinians. Dude, Palestinians has been a major waste of money. You pump money into those people, and what do? They waste it in trying to kill Jews. That's the only thing that is for certain when you send money to the Palestinians. They do not invest on themselves, they do not do anything else. They just waste the money on killing Jews. That's it. That's the only thing they do. They are not interested in peace. They are not interested in anything. Most of them, actually. Some may actually be interested in peace. But if you wanted peace, why didn't you accept all the other peace proposals from all the decades past? Some of them were even better than the ones you got today. Why is it so difficult? 4 years have been really wasted, Shataya said. We are waiting for the ultimate deal, and everyone was hoping that the ultimate deal would really be a deal and be ultimate. Unfortunately, it has not been. You received the ultimate deal decades ago, and what did you say? No. In August, the administration revealed news that it helped broker historic peace and normalization treaties between Israel, the United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain. The treaty, dubbed the Abraham Accord, was signed at the White House and doubled the number of Arab countries that have deals with Israel. The agreements were met with anger by Palestinians, and rockets were fired in southern Israel by terrorist groups in the Gaza Strip at about the time that the pact was signed. Exactly. That shows they do not want, never wanted, and will not want peace with Israel ever. This is evidence that they do not want anything like that. They want the complete and total destruction of Israel. Just read the Hamas charter or check what they teach in the Palestinian schools for children in the history books and other things like that. They are actively attacking Israel. That's the problem. There are 20 days until the US presidential election, and world leaders are closely watching. With regards to Israel, a Democratic nominee, Joe Biden, has vowed not to move the US embassy from Jerusalem back to Tel Aviv, although he has been critical about the 2018 relocation itself. Yeah, I'm gonna doubt it. I'm pretty sure he'll move the embassy back because he has no backbone, and he may actually have dementia, so Kamala Harris would be the one directing everything. Or she's going to fall prey to the communists in the Democratic Party, and they will definitely move the embassy because we all know communists and neo-Nazis, they are all socialists, and socialists are inherently anti-Semitic. None of the reasons socialists hates the rich is one of the stereotypes that ended up being Jewish, that the Jewish people are all rich, so they eventually hate the Jews. That comes from partly stereotypes from the Middle East, but kind of received a life on its own with the advent of socialism, and socialism then ended up spreading that type of stereotype to a new level, and we got this right now with communists and their protocols of elders of Zion, and these people are absolutely fucking unhinged and anti-Semitic. They are now partly in control of the Democratic Party, and that's exactly what may actually end up happening. We will end up moving the embassy from Jerusalem back to Tel Aviv, because, as you know, part of the communists are controlling the Democratic Party. Kamala Harris, I do not know if she is going to be in control or they are going to control her, because she's absolutely fucking unhinged, and we all know that. Now, Joe Biden is suffering from dementia, so we know he's pretty much out of the picture soon enough. It's annoying. It's annoying. I do not know what to say about that anymore, but hopefully Trump gets re-elected and none of those things that I fear will pass. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more of my beautiful suffering and face. Good night.